Hey guys, welcome back to the channel today and welcome to the video. This is AwsmCast episode number 5. This is just a quick little rundown of various things going on in my life and on the channel recently. I've put timestamps in the description below to each section of this video so that you can jump around as you like, and I've also deliberately set this video to not be a premiere today so that you can just click around into whatever section you want to see. So you may have noticed that I have revamped my channel for 2021. I've got a new intro video clip and new music to go with it, so check it out. If you've seen my past few videos, you've probably noticed that I've shown off this intro montage in them. I would like to send a very big thank you to YouTuber Synthetic Mind for making this music. That's actually part of the reason why I'm making this vlog today. Now, I actually found Synthetic Mind on Fiverr. His name on there is Giacomo_Muse. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to read that. But he is an artist on there making music for whatever projects you may have. For those of you unfamiliar, Fiverr is a website where you can go to hire people to make music for you. They can do voiceovers, create custom art, and countless other things. So I reached out to Synthetic Mind back in the beginning of December, and he worked pretty much tirelessly with me to get my music to what I wanted exactly. And he actually went above and beyond the stipulations within our contract. Now, the track didn't cost me $5 like the website name implies. It cost a little bit more, but nowhere near as much as I thought it would. Hence, I am making this video to give him a shout out and extend a big thank you to him for making such an awesome track. This is, quite honestly, the least I could do. In terms of the project of getting this music made, it was really fun to see how it was coming together, because he sent me several revisions and different versions of it and things relating to like how I described how I wanted the track made, what instruments I wanted, different notes I wanted, different segments of it. And so he created several different versions and sent them to me. And so it was just really fun to see the track actually take shape. Anyways, check out his YouTube channel and his Fiverr page for any of your music needs or just for listening pleasure. He's got a lot of music on there that he's written and released, so check them out. I've put links to both of his pages in the description below. On to the next order of business, I wanted to talk about my website. For those who don't know, which I don't know how you would have found out other than through me, I've purchased a domain, KyleAwsm.com. It is still currently a parked page, but I've got a lot of big plans for this. Now, I had set this up back in November, but it didn't really pan out, and I decided to pull the plug on it until I got something more concrete to put up. Overall, my plan is to have the website be a central hub for communication with everyone, and also a place for all of my social media stuff, links to all my pages related to the channel. I plan to have a bit of a blog on there. I also plan to have an online store where I will sell modded, repaired, and new electronics, and everything from custom Game Boys to soldering practice kits and tools. I'm still figuring out the details and working out the kinks on it, but I'll be sure to keep you guys in the loop with any developments. Now, the website launch I just talked about goes hand in hand with KyleAwsm as a business. KyleAwsm has now become KyleAwsm LLC as of the end of November 2020. This means that it is an officially licensed and registered business, which means that I'm volunteering to pay even more taxes now. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, I've decided to refocus some life things, and I've been working on this business and figuring out what I want to do with it. So first and foremost is making videos on this channel. That won't change at all. Second is performing electronics repairs and both modding and repairing game consoles and other things for people on the side. Third, which I mentioned earlier, is I'm planning to have an online store. I was planning to have that already set up by now to sell electronics, both new and used, KyleAwsm branded merch, and I'll just figure out whatever else to put on there as I go along, but that's something I've wanted to have in place for a very long time. And the fourth thing is that I would like to use this website as a hub for doing freelance computer work, making use of my years of experience in the world of IT. And I'll just be doing general IT consulting work too for residential customers and for businesses. I've wanted to make everything really official for a long time, and so I finally decided to pull the trigger on it a couple months ago. Speaking of making things official, I have got a brand new business card for the channel. I'll probably ship this out with customer orders or something whenever I've got that part of the website up and running. Something like that. Now, as silly as it is to talk about I have a new business card, I mean, it shows that I've got a website which isn't up yet. It's got the YouTube logo and Instagram, which you guys know about those pages already. Obviously, you're on one of them right now. I wanted to make a business card for the channel for a really long time. I just couldn't ever decide what to have on it, and I did honestly think it's kind of silly to have one of these, but since I don't have a office or desk job anymore, my wallet was kind of empty, and I want to be able to give something to people if ever they ask for my credentials, which I'm a YouTuber now. That is fully, well, not fully what I'm doing, but a good portion of it. Going back to talking about my IT career before, 2020 brought a lot of unexpected changes, specifically to my career in IT. Now, I've been working in the IT field for a little over 11 years now, and I was laid off last March due to the economic effects of the COVID-19 worldwide pandemic. And then back in November, I was let go from my job officially because my position had been eliminated because they couldn't bring me back. Now, I know that I am far from being the only one in this position. There have been a lot of people who have had their careers and jobs displaced because of the coronavirus pandemic. And my heart goes out to everybody. You all who have gone through it with me know that it has not been easy. I know it hasn't been easy for anybody else to find your footing and bounce back from losing your job. And losing your job because you didn't do anything wrong. It really stinks, but there's always a silver lining in things. Anyways, I waited to see what would happen in quarter 3 and quarter 4 of 2020, but I really needed to find a way to make ends meet. I really couldn't live off of my savings forever, and they were relatively quickly depleting, even though I was really not spending anything at the time because I was just at home like everybody else in the world. I still had bills to pay and rent to pay and everything, and I wasn't making any money. So I was running out and I needed to find a job. So I got a part-time job. However, that means that I now have more spare time to work on developing and building the channel and working on more videos and releasing more of what I want. This is the year, 2021, that I'm going to make this channel into everything that I want it to be. I'm going to put all the content up that I want to post and really just see where it takes me. So my goal at this point is really just to release at least one video every week. As you've seen, I've already done that for each previous week so far of this year, but my goal is to keep that momentum going. I have a lot of videos in my backlog. I've filmed a lot. I've got plenty of footage to go off of and make videos on. A lot of interesting things. So I'm kind of working through that backlog right now, plus filming new stuff to go along with that. Now, I have tried this before and kind of failed. Last year, I only released I can't remember. I think it's like 14 or 15 videos. It wasn't a lot. I had a goal to release more, but obviously with getting married, getting engaged, getting married, and moving, there was a lot of stuff that happened in 2020. So obviously, I didn't want to get pulled away from those things, so I had to make a decision. But as I've said, things have already gone very differently this year, and I've already released 4 videos, and this video is number 5. And it's only January 29th, so we are doing pretty good so far. Anyways, though, I want to keep this momentum on the channel going for all of 2021 and beyond. And I want to bring out a video every week, whether it be a tutorial, a review, a vlog, a podcast, or something else. And who knows what will happen. So, yeah, that's pretty much my goal for this year. Actually, wait, no, I just lied. That's not the only goal, but I do have several resolutions for 2021. I want to dive deeper into bootleg Game Boy game cartridges, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, those carts. These have been a fascination of mine for some time now, and so I'm going to be working on figuring out how to add save batteries to any of the new bootleg cartridges coming out of China these days. Whether it be the save batteries or just getting them to save in general. I know that BenVen has delved into some of that recently and created some guides on how to do that with various new ones. Not so much add batteries, but create a batteryless save system or recreate what a lot of these bootleg cartridges already have on them, where they don't come with a battery, but they save to internal flash. Anyways, I don't think that this is necessarily going to be easy, considering that even with the electronics repair experience I have already, I know very little about integrated circuits, microchips in general. Even so, it's something that I've really wished to learn and finally kind of have the time to. I've also gotten numerous messages from people on Instagram asking about different bootleg cartridges, some of which I've never seen. They've been needing help, like, hey, how do I add a save battery to this one? I've been able to help a handful of people, but sometimes I've had to reply back like, hey, I don't know. I don't want to anymore. I want to be able to look at something and more or less be able to help someone figure out, if it is something I've never seen before, I want to help them be able to figure out how to add a battery to it, or just have them send it to me so I can pull it apart and figure out how it works. Speaking of which, something I've actually recently delved into is breadboarding and working with breadboards, making prototype circuits or just circuits to play around with and experiment with. This is something I've done while I've been learning more about electronics and practicing different concepts and really just trying to delve into this stuff more. It's a really fun hobby. I recommend it to everybody who wants to know more about these things. Look up online how to get started, or find some books on breadboarding. I know that there are a few. There's a few YouTube channels on here where people talk about this kind of stuff and show you how to do things. So I've been watching some of those, but that's something I've also gotten into and have been playing around with. So I want to do more with that and also eventually turn that into using the Raspberry Pi hobby computing platform, and putting that in new videos, writing code for them, learning Python, building circuits, and so on. Another goal I've got is I really want to get organized on KyleAwsm, the business, and taxes. There's a lot of things on that side of business ownership, and I've still got to figure out some of it. I've come a long way in figuring out a lot of things, but the tax side is still daunting. So that is my last really big goal for 2021, is to really get a good handle on the KyleAwsm business side of stuff. And that brings me finally to my last thing. I've recently decided to create a Patreon page. If you're not familiar with what Patreon is, it is a place where creators like myself can get help from viewers like you in creating content and funding that content. In return for supporting an independent creator on a monthly basis, you get various rewards, like up-close personal time with that person, either on like a video chat. I know a lot of creators also list their patrons, their Patreon supporters, in the credits on their videos. That is something that I plan to do in the different tiers that I'll have on my page. But basically for myself, I do make a little bit of money from the AdSense revenue on my YouTube videos, but it's nowhere near enough to pay the bills or pay for any recurring business expenses that I have and help me buy new tools and gadgets to show off. That said, I have helped countless people via direct messages on Instagram or in comments on my videos with things that they need help with, giving electronics repair pointers, any instruction they need, and sharing tips and tricks of the trade. Unfortunately, I do not get paid for any of the time I spend doing that, helping people. It also takes me away from any side projects that I have going on, of which I have very many in my queue right now, and a lot of different things I want to work on, different things I want to film. I love helping people. That is one of my life passions, and that is why I created this channel. However, it just detracts and takes away any of my time that I have for working on other content for everyone else. So it's been a weird balancing act, and I've been trying to figure it out, but all that said, that has brought me full circle back to where I am now in creating a Patreon page, because I need help. So I ask this as humbly as I can. If I have helped you in any way with previous videos, tutorials, via direct chat, any of those things, please consider supporting me on my Patreon page. For real, contributing even just $1 a month goes a long way, and you would be helping to support my channel directly. Of course, if you just like watching my videos and enjoy them and want to support me in some way in creating new ones, awesome. I would love to have you as a patron on my page. My goal right now is to do at least several posts every month for members only on my Patreon page. So as a member, you'll be able to see those posts and interact with them and interact with me. And you'll also be able to get to have a say in how I do things on the channel sometimes. Another award I want to offer too is allowing people to have their name appear in the credits of my videos. And another top tier award I would like to offer is allowing people to video chat with me or be part of a special stream when I have time. Those are just some of many ideas that I have for my Patreon supporters, so come and check out my Patreon page and consider supporting me with a monthly contribution. Well guys, that just about wraps things up for this video, so as always, let me know in the comments below what you think, and leave a like if you liked this video, and consider subscribing to see more content from me in the future. Also, keep an eye out for a brand new video coming out next Friday. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching, you all stay awesome, and I'll see you in my next video.